compete in a bodybuilding competition because I didn't want to fail at anything. I definitely have some self-doubt. Why do I think I can do this? Welcome to another video. Starting it bright and early. It's not even bright, it's just early. I'm gonna be doing a full day of eating, and the first thing I always start with is coffee. And then I'll go to the gym. I'm so tired. I have not had coffee yet, as you can tell. Let's have some coffee. I use this almond milk creamer from Silk. It's creme brulee. It's not my #1 favorite, but it's really, really good. I'm running a little bit late. Let's go. Alright guys, we are en route to the gym. I went with the pineapple bun and wrinkled sweatshirt look today. Today I'm going to do a quad focused leg day, and it's going to hurt. I did some sprints yesterday, so I'm sure I'm going to feel those pretty quickly. So I always drink coffee. I could really just end the sentence there. I was going to say I always drink coffee before the gym to wake me up and get me ready. I don't eat before I go to the gym because, well, it's 6 right now, but ideally it'd be 5:30. It's just so early. Yeah, I wouldn't have time to digest anything. I just go and lift with caffeine, and I've been doing that for years, so it works for me. And then I eat as soon as I get home. I tried to take pre-workout a couple weeks ago, and oh my gosh, I hated that. I didn't realize that it makes your skin all tingly and itchy, and I got to the gym, and I went up to the bathroom and just like Googled like, why am I tingling? And oh my gosh, I hated that. I don't know, maybe if I'm really struggling another time, maybe I'll take like half a scoop or something, but coffee doesn't treat me like that, so I'm gonna stick with coffee for now. If this is your first time watching me, hi, my name's Madeline. I'm currently training to become a bikini competitor. I'm in like a pre-prep phase, a building phase, so I am trying to eat lots of food. I'm just kind of documenting my journey with that. Let's go get this lift in. I can see a beam of light. I can see a beam of light. I can see a beam of light. I can see a beam of That was super good. Those jump squats are a new addition to my workout routine, and they kill me. That's actually the first time I've ever worked out in only a sports bra in public, because I always feel like my body can be improved, which it can, and that's completely true, but I don't want that to stop me from feeling comfortable in my own skin. And if I want to get more comfortable, I gotta just start doing it. That's an experience, but I just want to be confident all the time, you know? Unrelated to what I'm eating today, but I think things are actually growing in my little garden, so I'm gonna show you guys. Right there, little baby snow pea. Got a few of them. Yay. My first meal of the day is always a protein smoothie right after the gym, so it's usually about like 7:30. It's very simple, but it tastes good and it's healthy. So I use 1 cup of almond milk, 1 handful of spinach. I I'm really bad about eating greens, so this way I know I at least have 1 serving of greens in my very first meal and I don't taste it. So I add a handful of spinach. I do either half a banana or a whole banana, just depending on how many carbs I'm needing. And then I put in 5 grams of creatine. Creatine is one of the most studied supplements, has the most scientific backing as far as supplements go. And for vegans, it's really important to supplement with creatine if you're trying to build muscle, because most creatine is found in animal products. If you are vegan, you do have to make sure your creatine is vegan. I actually don't know if this one is, but Jackson bought it, not me, so we can blame him. And then I put in protein powder. I use this salted caramel protein powder. It's super tasty. I've been using this one for a really long time. It's also like $31 for the whole thing, so it's like $1 per serving, which is pretty good for protein powder. I also add in a tablespoon of peanut butter. So this smoothie really is pretty balanced with carbs, proteins, and fats, which is what we want in our meals. Yeah, so I drink that usually right before work.
I think I overstayed my welcome.
My second meal of the day is about 2 hours later. I usually eat it around like 9:30 or 10, and it's this vegan high protein casserole. I've shown you guys this multiple times already, but it's what I'm eating, so I'll link the actual recipe below. I do change it a little bit. Basically, in this casserole, there's a layer of hash browns, a layer of a vegan sausage. I use Dr. Prager's because it has really good ingredients and good protein. It's a mixture of vegan sausage and bell peppers and onion. And then this egg mixture, I guess, it's mostly lentils and aquafaba. Aquafaba is the liquid from chickpeas. So you just mix yellow lentils that have been soaking all night with aquafaba, and then nutritional yeast and some other seasonings. And then it also has vegan cheese in it. The recipe calls for a whole bag. I don't use the whole bag, but it is good. Vegan cheese is something I don't usually eat, but right now, since I'm just trying to add on calories, it's an easy way to do that. So when I eat it, I just top it with some Valentina's hot sauce, and it's delicious. I was eating overnight oats for my main breakfast for years, but then I just started really craving savory things every single morning, and this has really hit the spot. Start out with like a sweet breakfast, and then 2 hours later, second breakfast is more savory. I am eating about every 2 hours, every 2 to 3 hours. I usually have 5 meals, so 2 meals are done.
I feel right at home.
I'm about to go for my lunchtime walk, but before I do, I'm gonna take my vitamins. I take a B12 vitamin and iron. They are both in gummy form because this is a habit I'm still working on. I used to not take vitamins until like a month ago. I mean, I'm taking B12 off and on, but as a vegan, I really need to be taking it consistently. So, on the subject of vitamins, I actually just got blood work done. All of my results came back really, really good. The doctor just sent me a message and just said like everything is completely within the normal ranges, and he's not worried about any kind of deficiency with any vitamin or anything. So, really happy to hear that. You know, like I feel like I'm taking good care of myself, but just wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing something. All right, so I'm gonna go to a park, have a little walk during my lunch break, and then I will see you guys for my third meal of the day, which will be lunch.
Nothing about you makes me anxious. Never feel alone.
Lunchtime. I don't know if I've actually set any of my targets yet. I am currently bulking for, I think, like 3 to 6 months, still figuring out my timeline, but eventually I'm gonna enter a bikini competition. That's my end goal, but I am focusing on building muscle so that I look good on stage. Right now I'm eating between 2,200 and 2,300 calories a day. I think that's 200 to 300 above my maintenance, but I'm still figuring that out. This is only week 3, so I'm still weighing myself a lot and getting those data points so that I can figure out if this is where I need to be, if I need to eat more or less. Talk more about that at the end of this video when I do my week 3 update. But as far as macros go, my main concern is that I'm eating that many calories and that I'm getting at least 120 grams of protein. So far, every single day I have, or more. Sometimes I get up to 140, but 120 is my minimum. And then I eat about 50% carbs and 30% fats. That has more wiggle room. I'm not super fussed if like my fat's a little higher, my carbs are a little lower. It balances out. I am 5'5" and I am quite active. I strength train 5 or 6 days a week and I go on walks almost every day, and then I do HIIT a couple times a week. I would rather move more and be able to eat more than eat less and not move as much. So that's why I am staying active even though I'm bulking. I know a lot of people will say stop doing cardio completely, but as long as I am still getting results, I'd rather do some cardio. My lunch, which I am so hungry for, I gotta tell you guys, I have always gotten hungry so fast. I've always eaten many times throughout the day and I eat, I guess, smaller portions. I get hungry so fast. Even when I eat a really big portion, I'm still hungry 2 hours later. It's just how I am. I mean, this burrito bowl, if you've watched my videos, you've seen this burrito bowl. It's 1 cup of quinoa, 3/4 cup of black beans, 1/2 cup of boca meat crumbles, about 1/4 cup of corn pico, and I think that pico is the secret, one of the secrets to making this so good, because I make my own pico. It's super easy. If you have a food processor, you just like roughly chop an onion, chop off the ends of some Roma tomatoes, throw in a jalapeno, cilantro, lime. Just let the food processor do the work. It's way cheaper than buying pre-made pico, and I think it's so much better. But I put that on there, and then I squeeze 1/2 a lime, and I top it with this beauty right here. I use like 3 servings of this per day. Not the healthiest food, but it makes it so good. I have a meeting in 8 minutes, but I decided I need a coffee if I'm gonna make it through this meeting without falling asleep. So I'm gonna go make an iced latte real quick. Have what I have pretty much every single day for a snack, which is a Fuji apple and peanut butter. It's usually around like 60 grams of apple and 45 grams of peanut butter, which is 3 tablespoons. I was way off. I said 60 grams of apple. It's 140. I don't know where I got 60 from.
I think I'm gonna go to sleep again and wake up.
It is 5 o'clock, I'm off work and I'm gonna cook dinner. Most of our dinners we prep on Sundays, but every now and then I do cook them during the day. And this is one of those days. So dinner tonight is gonna be stuffed sweet potato thing, which is bake sweet potatoes and then top them with quinoa and roasted chickpeas and this tahini dressing, and it's really good. So I'm roasting the sweet potatoes at 425, which is also what I'm gonna roast the chickpeas at. But sweet potatoes take longer, so I'm gonna start these. So you just wanna lightly stab.
You're gonna miss and hit your finger, and you're gonna stop.
I'm pretty sure everyone knows how to bake potatoes, but you do that. Set it on there.
In my bedroom, the floorboards in the next
So then while the oven's preheating, we have a ton of chickpeas because I have used the aquafaba in my breakfast casserole that you guys saw earlier, and you can't make aquafaba without chickpeas. So now we have a bunch of chickpeas. I'm just gonna rinse these.
I feel right at home.
Okay, now I'm going to kind of dry out the chickpeas a little bit because I'm not going to use oil on them, but I do want them to get kind of crispy, so it just helps to dry them out.
Makes me
Do you remember when we first became vegan and we were trying to buy chickpeas and garbanzo beans and we could not figure out? We didn't know, I think we were looking for chickpeas, but all of the cans said garbanzo beans and we didn't know they were the same thing.
Yeah, I'm still not convinced they are. I think it's like a split pea lentil type situation.
Yeah, okay, that is still a little fuzzy for me too. And I remember Googling like, what are the brown beans called? Because I didn't know they were called pinto beans. And I was like, I just want normal beans. What are brown beans?
Pinto.
We've come a long way.
We've come a long way. I'm late.
So now we're going to season these chickpeas. I'm going to use, oh, I didn't get the pepper. Salt, some pepper. I'm going to put some cumin, some chili powder, and some garlic powder. You're so bad at stirring. Stop, you're gonna squish them. Getting hungry. Okay, so now we're gonna wait for these to cool up a little bit because we take the skins off and we just kind of mash them. And then we'll put the quinoa, chickpeas, so we'll put the stuff on top. You'll see.
A lot of people don't like sweet potatoes, and I used to not like them. But you just have to figure out the proper way to cook them, which Madeline did. And I like them now. I have them once a week or so. And they're very high in, what are they high in? Vitamin A?
Actually, I think it is vitamin A.
You're gonna have to edit this. Vitamin A, which is always good.
Now we just mash it.
Stick around to bring you coffee or a cigarette. I don't think we're done yet. Not for now.
Okay friends, it is the end of week 3 of bulking for a bikini competition. So let's do a little check-in. I did hit all my workouts and my water and my food goals, so that's good. I've been weighing myself every morning now at the same time because I'm realizing that one data point a week is not enough and I need to be able to see the trend. For example, in the middle of the week, my weight shot up 2 pounds and then went back down. So if that was the only day I had weighed myself, I'd think I was up 2 pounds and then I might think, oh, I'm gaining too fast, I need to slow it down. But that's actually not the case. My weight is still staying very consistent. My goal is to gain half a pound a week and that'll be in a trend. Obviously it's still gonna go as weight does, but I think I underestimated how many calories I burned during my weightlifting sessions. So I think what I'm eating now is actually maintenance or just a little bit above, but not enough to really gain weight. I'm going to adjust. I'm going to add 150 to 200 calories per day to my food. It'll be mostly in the fats and the carbs, but I might up protein a little bit too. I don't think that'll be too hard because most days I'm still hungry at the end of the day. I have a big appetite. I'm actually gonna change up my training next week, but I'll tell you about that next week. Yeah, overall, I think everything's on track as far as competing in a show. The last one in Oklahoma is actually in November of this year, November 2021. If I were to compete in the November show, that would give me about 3 months to bulk and then 4 months to prep or cut. I think that might be possible. That's subject to change, but it's possible that I might compete by the end of this year. I hope you enjoyed this full day of eating. I'm not saying I have a perfect diet or the healthiest diet. This is just what I like to eat, and it's a lot better than how I used to eat. It's a lot better for my body. Thanks so much for watching episode 3, and I'll see you next week for episode 4. Sweet potatoes take long.
Don't murder me.
Well, sweet potatoes are definitely not food. Ouch!
How could you be so...
Stop.